joining us right now. I enjoyed watching this man work out at the combine, and certainly running a 5.27 at 366 pounds made me think, my gosh, how slow am I? One of the best at the position, defensive tackle from Texas football, T'Vondre Sweat, joining us here. How you doing, T'Vondre?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
I'm great. Happy to have you on this program. What tips can you give me to running the 40-yard dash, T'Vondre?
Well, first off, I want to say it's an honor for having me on the show.
Thank you.
What tips I'll say is I give all credit to BC, man. Without that guy, I wouldn't even be running that fast.
So
it's all about training.
Okay.
You got to train for it.
Train for it.
Foreign concept, I know, Rich.
Yeah, I mean, I'm 54 with 2 jobs, man. I don't know about training. I don't know. I got 3 kids. See, you're just focused on just a draft. I got that going on, T'Vondre.
You go to BC up in Frisco.
Okay.
XOs, he'll get you right.
Okay.
No matter how, he'll get you right.
But again, I've been told you gotta stay down for as long as you can, and then not pop up. I mean, I imagine it helps to play your position where you leverage is you always got to be low, so that might help you, right? But then you found another gear, man, when you were running at the combine.
Well, everybody say leverage and like speed, because when they see my number, it's like, he's 366. Like, well, we gonna get out of that. You know what I mean? Then when everybody see I'm so athletic and the way I moved, they be like, because if you go back to my interview when I said I was gonna shock everybody, it was like, you know what I mean? So that's how it is.
That's how it is. You can move around at that weight, no doubt about that. T'Vondre Sweat here on the Rich Eisen Show. I think I heard prior to the combine, but we didn't meet at the combine, what your nickname is. What is your nickname, T'Vondre? What is your nickname?
Well, I got a couple from UT have their own Hispanic radio.
Okay.
And I remember they got my nickname for them is T-Bone.
Okay. What does that mean? What does that mean?
T-Bone.
Okay, got it. Okay, and then I guess what is your other nickname?
Shout out to my godmom. Her name's Miss Ebony. She named me Meatloaf. Loaf, big loaf, anything loaf.
Big loaf.
Anything loaf is what you.
Loaf.
Okay, Meatloaf. Why did she choose Meatloaf?
It actually happened at a basketball game. Was at some AAU tournament, and it was halftime. And she was like, "Come on, Meatloaf." And next thing you know, that was my nickname.
It stuck. Okay, fantastic. So there's that going for you. And then obviously the eye in the sky and everything else and your tape. So what will a team get if they draft T'Vondre Sweat in Detroit next month?
They'll get a guy with a great personality. They'll get a guy that loved the game, very passionate for the game, and they'll get a guy that want to win.
And this photograph that's on the screen here, where is this from, T'Vondre?
Big 12 championship, You see my guy back there, Murph, but that's me hitting the Heisman, scoring my first touchdown. It was awesome. And it happened in the Big 12 championship, so that's what made it even a special moment.
And I imagine you've been dreaming of this moment, right?
Yes, sir, all my life.
How many touchdowns have you scored in your career, your life?
Actually, a lot. People won't really believe me, but I was a quarterback and running back when I was little. So,
okay, when did you play quarterback? Pop Warner?
It was, like Pop Warner.
Okay, so then when did you begin to grow up into the T'Vondre Sweat that we see here today?
Middle school. Middle school, I think I went. Yeah, middle school I went to linebacker. Then after that, I started getting bigger and bigger and bigger.
And now here you are as an Outland Trophy winner from the great Longhorn program. So how you watched, I imagine, this program sort of transform with Steve Sarkisian? What did he bring to the equation that finally gave credence to the concept of Texas is back?
Well, me personally, I feel like he brought more of believe, trust. I feel like he brought a lot of believe and trust. Because he always told us, once we believe in and trusting in him, what he had planned for us, we're going to win the championship. And that's what we did. And we had to sacrifice.
And then that's how it actually translated into more wins for you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Who was the toughest player you've had to face or stop in your tenure at Texas that we might know about? Who would that be?
I wouldn't even say I have the toughest player.
Okay.
But I would say the toughest group. I give a big shout out to the guys that played at Wyoming. That was a great group.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be the one that.
It was a great group of guys.
No kidding. That wouldn't have been the one that would jump out at me. How did you wind up at Texas, Tavondre?
I'm a mama's boy. I give all praise to my mom. Without my mom, I wouldn't be in this situation, of course. I'm a mama's boy. I want to be close, but not too close. My mom from Houston, and Houston's like 2-3 hours, and I know she just ain't gonna pop up here, but she'll come.
That's so cool. And so that's why you wound up part of the reason at Texas. So,
well, and another part I came also, my bad for leaving this out. Just the connections I got here from a young age, and the UT alumni base is unbelievable. Like, you can go anywhere in the world. I promise you, it's gonna be one UT alum there. So like, UT alum base is like everywhere in the world. So that's part of it. And once you meet somebody, then that's a connection. That connection builds to another connection. So just coming to the school and the education is unbelievable. Getting a degree from here.
You talking about McConaughey as well, the minister of all things Texas, the actor Matthew McConaughey. That's another good one. He's one of them.
Yeah.
So who have you visited with? Who you plan on visiting? Who did you talk to at the Combine? Give me some team names that have already touched base with you, Tavondre.
I kind of talked to all 32 teams already. I give a big shout out to Jim Nagy because that guy, he gave me the invite to the Senior Bowl. And he gave me an opportunity to talk to multiple teams at the Senior Bowl to get me prepared for the Combine and a Pro Day. So I give a big shout out to him. And I kind of talked to mostly all 32 teams.
So which team did you follow growing up?
Me growing up, I was always a Drew Brees fan.
Okay. So a Saint?
Yes, sir.
So you were growing up a Saints fan?
I was a Saint.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about the Cowboys?
I really wasn't. I'm more of a player fan, like in NBA. I don't got no favorite NBA team, but
so who's your favorite?
I'm a KD fan.
Okay, KD's your guy. Because the Cowboys could use somebody in the middle of their defensive line. They could really use that. That's exactly what they're looking for.
I love to stay home.
Okay. All right. See, I'm trying to help you out there, TJ. You know what I mean?
I appreciate
I'm trying to help out the Dallas Cowboy fan that's here on the show. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So where are you going to be draft night?
I'll be here home in Austin.
Okay. Who's going to be there? Walk me through the Tavondre Sweat draft gathering.
Of course, Mom Duke's going to be right by my side. You're going to have my brothers. And you're going to have other family and friends.
Okay. Well, good luck to you. Good luck to you, Tavondre. I look forward to saying your name on the NFL draft coverage that night. I hope to say it on Thursday night, and I hope to see you go crush it in the NFL. This will be the first of many times that we chat with each other.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got it.
That's an honor.
Oh, right back at you. That's Tavondre Sweat, the
good luck.
The Defensive Player of the Year from the Big 12 Outland Trophy winner, and so much more, right here on the Rich Eisen Show. And now that I know his nickname, when he gets drafted, we can play this right here.
Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf! Ma, the meatloaf!
Right?
I wrote down anything loaf as a possible fantasy
loaf?
football team name.
Right. Wouldn't that be great?
Anything loaf.
Wouldn't that be great instead of reading off the draft card, Roger Goodell just quotes Will Ferrell and just says that straight from the podium?
The meatloaf!
I think we
We
need to
want
have
it now! The meatloaf!
we need to have Will
Ma,
Ferrell
the meatloaf!
on standby.
Is he still on? He's still on?
Still watching. We need to have Will Ferrell on
What do you
standby.
think? What do you think, Tavondre? What do you think? Wouldn't that be great if that's the way you're introduced in the NFL? Wouldn't that be great?
I would love it. I love it.
We want it.
And Goodell's draft after he calls his name, he does a little Ma the
I
meatloaf
love
dance.
it.
But like when we know Tavondre is getting picked, like instead of Roger coming out, it's
Yeah.
Will Ferrell,
Yeah.
and he just
He
makes
does
the
it
pick,
right.
Yeah.
and that's the sign that he's getting selected.
I'm Ron Burgundy?
That's going to be it, Tavondre.
Ma the meatloaf.
So you approve that. You would approve that, right?
100%.
Okay, great.
100%.
Thank you.
This has to happen.
We'll try and make that happen. Take
Hey,
care.
can I hear that one more time?
Yeah, go ahead. He wants it one more time. Go ahead and hit it. There we go.
Hey, Mom! The meatloaf! We want it now! The meatloaf!
Do you
Ma, the meatloaf!
do you know what that's from, Tavondre? Have you never seen that movie?
I did it, but you gotta play that. You got to.
It's from a movie called Wedding Crashers, and you should see it. I think you'll enjoy
Was
it.
it?
That's awesome.
Tavondre, you gotta watch that today.
Tonight.
Like,
Yeah.
right now.
Right now.
Wait, what is it called?
Wedding Crashers.
Vince Vaughn, Owen Wilson.
I will.
You'll love it, and then wait for that at the end. That'll come at the end.
The first 2 minutes will hook you. And then
There you
we'll
go.
on after that.
Who knew? Who knew? Take care of yourself, Tavondre. There you go. I'm glad he
Thank
hung on.
you.
I'm glad he
It's all
stayed. I'm glad he stayed on. Same to you.
Take care, brother.
Thank you. All right.
All the best.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.